Welcome back to UA Insider. For our final piece of this episode, we're bringing you a college exclusive. We headed over to Stony Brook University for a look at their girls rugby team, a program that's ready to take it to the next level. We hope you enjoy it.
My name is Stephen Galaris. I coach the Stony Brook women's rugby team. I've been with them probably about close to 6-7 years now.
I've been with this team for a year now. Came on March of 2009. Coached a U19 boys team for 3 years prior to that. I think it's a really great game, and the really great part about it, if you look at men's and women's lacrosse, there's different sets of rules, different gear. For this game, no change.
There's actually no difference between the men's game and the women's game. The pitch is the same size, the rules are the same, the length of the match is the same, the amount of players, the time constraints, everything exactly identical.
It is known as a guy's sport, and a lot of girls play, and it's coming out as a girls' sport. I think it's growing for women across the country these days.
Guys rugby is definitely like a lot faster paced, a lot harder hitting. It's a little scary sometimes watching because I'm like, we definitely don't hit that hard.
I would have, if I had it when I was in high school or when I was younger, I might have started earlier.
It's definitely a tough sport. It's really hard hitting, obviously, and it's like kind of a surprise when I tell people like, yeah, I play rugby, and they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, you know, like girls can play too.
We don't have as many girls as the guys do because there's still that stigma that guys are more for it, but I think it's growing and more girls are coming out and learning about it. I've always grown up with both my parents playing, and I went as a little kid to both women and men's rugby, so I never had that fear of, oh, it's a men's sport.
The women started, I think it was 1981, so the original name back then was the Black Widows. And we kind of go back and forth. I mean, we still use the old Widows chant. You'll hear us reference the Widows. But we are now the Stony Brook Seawolves. Most club teams, when they start off, especially rugby clubs, they take a different name than the campus, well, this university or collegiate name to differentiate themselves because they're not a varsity team, they're a club team. So they come up with their own little name, their own little slogan, their own little logos. And now we've actually kind of assimilated into the university because they've been extremely generous to us.
Well, I played for Stony Brook for a few years before I transferred to school in Pennsylvania, and I knew about them, and when I was around, they were struggling for numbers, trying to get girls out, trying to organize themselves. And then when Steve and Ali got on board earlier, before I came on, they really set up the club and organized it and set them to a higher level.
The girls who came on the team, like they did it, they stuck with it. They wanted to prove to themselves that they can't just do any sport. They can do a sport that's dominated by males. And all over the world, it's a male-dominated sport. You know, you're hitting each other, you're getting tackled, there's no padding, and anyone can do it. And when you finish a game, your first game, you're so excited that you prove to yourself that you can handle it.
We play in Metropolitan New York Division II. We have a lot of younger players, which is good, a lot of sophomores and juniors. This gives us plenty of potential to build. Steve and I work really well together, so we bounce a lot of ideas off each other, work with the girls well. We're looking to take them to the next step, Division II, regional playoffs, national playoffs, and then hopefully to Division I within the next 3 to 5 years. We're planning a lot of strong competition for the next upcoming seasons. We're looking to go on tour to the Caribbean and play a couple invitational tournaments around the East Coast.
They know when to work, they know when to have some fun. John and I, the other coach, feed off their enthusiasm. We laugh with them, we joke with them, but when it's time to get serious, it's time to go to work.
They try to teach us new things every single practice, so we're always learning.
Anyone can play, like really, like we'll find a spot for anyone because we always need a tall girl, a short girl, like a big girl, a small girl, anyone. Like as long as you have like the drive and willingness to learn and how to play, like you'll be fine, you'll fit in anywhere.
I think they love the sport truly. I think it's just a passionate sport. You just don't play rugby to play it. I mean, if you do that, you're not going to last. It's all about 100% from the get-go, the passion, the love of the game, and just the camaraderie with the girls, how they bond. I mean, they do things together, they do bowling nights, they do dinners together. It's just, you spend time on buses, car rides, tournaments away together. You just form friendships that last forever.
Well, that's our show for today. We hope you've enjoyed the outstanding athletes that we featured this week and every week here at Ultimate Athlete Magazine's UA Insider. Remember, here at Ultimate Athlete, we're all about encouraging and empowering today's youth to become tomorrow's leaders. And if you have an athlete or team you think we should feature, email us at info@ultimateathletemagazine.com. For UA Insider, I'm Jessica Peters. We'll see you next time.